Hello, Narnath here with another daily flip. Today we're going to be talking about the constant debate of pro latch or no latch. So, start with the beginning for me. When I started flipping, I was very much pro latch. Latch to me had a visual. It was mostly started by the visual cue indicating which one was which is the bite handle. And I still kind of need that visual cue and that feeling of a latch to indicate which one's the safe handle and which one's the bite handle. Most latchless flippers will say you get used to not having an indication, and you just, after a while, the feel becomes the feel, and just knowing from experience which one after what trick. Which knife or which blade, which handle is going to end up where and when, and that comes with practice. And I completely believe them, but I loved my latch too much to let it go. And I think your style very much determines whether you're going to want to go latchless or not. I found that flippers who do a lot of transfers, who do a lot of manipulation with the end of the handles, have a tendency to like latchless more than people who are more into twirling and to aerials and other things like that. Just because the visual cue of it, and basically my big point was the weight difference. So having one handle slightly heavier than the other allowed you to play with that momentum, right? Allowed you to really, in the dynamics of the safe handle was a little bit different than the bite handle. So the bite handle a bit more swing, so when you were doing certain tricks, having the bite handle a bit heavier made it a little bit easier, and I got comfortable. People get comfortable with the way a knife is built and the way a knife performs with the latch on. What made it for me was Blade 2016. So when I got to Blade 2016, I started flipping other people's knives without a latch, and I kind of liked it. So when I came home from Blade, I finally broke down and took the latch off my 42, and I kind of liked it. But I did miss the weight difference. So what I ended up doing for a lot of my knives, and it's I ended up keeping. So when I got my rep, like I said, I was very pro latch, and I ended up taking the latch off and leaving the clip. So the clip is a little bit of weight, and when you're talking about a song, a little bit of weight is a lot of weight. So having the clip on really, it gave me the feel cue that I had before, the visual cue that I had before, and the weight difference that I had before. Except that it didn't have the dangling effect that kind of got in the way in certain tricks. And once you flip a knife that has no resistance and no clanking, for one, it's a little bit quieter to flip latchless. So there's that, but there's also not the hassle when some people like doing transfers and being able to have full control of the end of the handles without having a latch restriction there. Some tricks really require you to have no latch. So again, I think your style really dictates whether you're going to be pro latch or not latch, but that in reality you can do either or, and ultimately it's your fucking choice whether or not you want to put a latch on or take the latch off. So again, like a lot of things in flipping, it's very subjective. It's all about preference, but everyone has their own reasons. Some people like a very symmetrical knife where the bite handle and the safe handle are the exact same weight and shape and all these things. And some people, like me, kind of like a little bit of a weight difference. Some twirling moves, or when you scissor and stuff, I found that having a latch is a bit easier than having a latchless, but it's because I learned, and I flipped for 5 or 6 years before I took my latch off. So I got used to it, and now I'm used to no latch, and I like it. So I'm definitely a converted, but you'll have guys like Stu who will never ever go latchless, right? And it's just plural latch all the way. No. What I don't agree with is building a knife that doesn't have a latch, and you don't give the user the option. I find it really it's very selfish as a maker to make a knife without a latch, because the latch is not just a visual cue and a weight difference. It's also convenience. So when you put it in your pocket, it doesn't open. Of course, there's sheaths for that and other things. So again, you can just do what you feel like and fuck all the haters if they give you shit for it. But it was, especially when I first got into it, and it still is kind of a debate whether you like latchless, and people still have debates on the issue. So basically, just do what the fuck you want and fuck all the haters. So you do you, and I'll do me. And see, now I'm an advocate of latch on, clip, or clip on. Is it latch off, clip on, or clip on, latch off, or whatever you want to fucking call it. So I like to have a clip, and honestly, I put the clip on the other side. So if you look at a Benchmade 4051 or reps, all the clips are, let's say, so this is the bite and this is the scythe handle. All the clips are on this side, and I found that if I'm holding a knife like I'm doing a cutting task, I like feeling the clip on my fingers instead of feeling it and kind of in my palm. You know what I mean? So on all my knives that have clips, I like having them on. I don't know how to call this side. It's just the bite handle. If you're holding the knife closed, the bite handle on the left is a clip on the side facing you. Right? If you're looking at it and you're looking at the bite handle's on your left. Same thing with my AB. My AB actually has. I took the latch off my 51, drilled a hole, and then I just put longer screws in it, and voila, AB with a clip on it. And it was just, it's just a preference. I like. Jesus Christ, I'm just dropping everything today. So basically, same thing, latchless, clip on. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know how you like your knives. If you like your clip, if you like your latches. My bare bones, actually, I took the clip off, and I put, I call it the Dave paracord mod, where you kind of wrap paracord on the outside of the bite handle, so it gives you the visual cue and the feel of the bite handle. So when you're flipping and you're talking, you always end up knowing where the bite handle is. And there's never any debate in my head, oh, is this a safe or is it in the bite? So basically, there's never any risk on cutting myself because I don't know which one's which. Anyways, thanks for watching. See y'all tomorrow. If you have any questions, if you have any topics that you want me to talk about, if you're still watching, let me know what you think. There's been a pile of questions, but I feel like the topics need to be a topic that I can talk about for a bit. If you ask me one question, then what I'm doing now is I'm tallying up a few questions, and then on my last couple daily flips, when I got a bunch of questions, I'll just go and answer a whole bunch of questions, like a Q&A almost. So if you have any questions that has come up and I haven't answered you, they'll probably be answered during my Q&A. So thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.